Hello and welcome everyone. I'm No More Worlds. I mentioned this when I did Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon, but this is the original Tainted Grail that I remember playing, oh god, whenever it came out, ages ago. Um, it's a roguelike card game, and it has one of the best soundtracks ever, which I might boost. Drop. That might be too much. Let's drop it there, maybe. That's probably good. I don't want it to, flood me out. But the music slaps. So, this is Tainted Grail Conquest. I think it was originally called Tainted Grail, and I think Conquest is just a mode. I'll show you right here. Yeah, it's a standard game mode. This is also an endless mode, which I have 6 in, and an endless power mode, which I've never done. I used to be on the scoreboard, I think, for one of the weekly events. Or for beating the final boss that you have to unlock by doing a certain set of little quests inside the game that you can do. And when you do them, you can unlock the actual true final boss, and then you can rank how much damage you did. I was on the leaderboard, I don't know, in a reasonable place. But then I was mere hours later completely washed out by a number of names, some of which were in Japanese, so that just makes sense. That just, you gotta be realistic. Yeah, here's the leaderboard. I'm no longer on it. Also, I was nowhere near these numbers. I was much lower than all these numbers. Oh my god. Yeah, this is for... Oh, I wonder if I can find my score still, because I think it was with the Sentinel. I don't remember which symbol the Sentinel is. I think it's that? No, it's the Necromancer. There's the Sentinel. Okay, it doesn't have it anymore. That's fine. Let's go into play and we'll see what it's all about. Now, you can see right here, there are 9 classes, and they're divided into 3 groups. Sort of melee, spellcasting, and archers. But more realistically, these guys kind of summon, and there's like 3 flavors of summoning, and you have to rely on your monsters taking the damage and dealing the damage, and there's not much you can do directly. There's a few spells that can. These guys will do direct melee damage, and they have some dodges, they have some blocks. There's also a shield mechanic and an armor mechanic. There's a lot of things at play when it comes to defense and offense in this. But we're going with my favorite class, the Sentinel. It's just about shooting tons of arrows. And what makes them different is when they use their special ability, or on some cards, they summon a little ghost apparition version of themselves that also shoots arrows. Yeah, hit passive skill. Whenever you play an arrow, your phantom will attack with the same target, dealing 1 additional hit for 50% of the damage. We're going to go back down to difficulty 1. Just because I haven't played this game in ages. Yeah, I haven't played this game in ages. And I don't know... Final fights, final enemies, final bosses, see, more currency gain, that's fine. We'll go at difficulty 1 for now. And I'll just show you how, or if I remember how, to play the game. There's some storyline, there are some quests that I haven't even completed, even though I have like 40 hours into this. Different quests with different quest givers to unlock different NPCs who end up in your sort of little hub town. I think there's like a 3-act structure, a la Slay the Spire, or... God, every roguelike. You see this has the same really nice artwork. Oh, look, there's those swords I saw in the other video, right up here. Now, they're in a slightly different location, but yeah, I like the art direction from this team a lot. They have a few other games, I don't think I've played any of them. I wish I could have a little animation for when I drink something, because it just looks weird. Alright, here I am starting in the town. You can see I've unlocked quite a few NPCs. There's rotate. So we have the Candlemaker, we have the Bard, Master at Arms, and then we have a blacksmith over here, I think. And then there's a Lost Soul. I swear there's a dog in this game too. Scientist, a ghost at the ghost shop, seamstress, and a candle maker. Now, candles are an important currency. You need candles, which are located down here, to keep back the weird. And the higher the weird level, and the less your light level, similar to Darkest Dungeon, the more bad effects you'll suffer, and the more bad cards you'll get. Let me see my deck. I don't know what that button is. Inventory? Here we go. I have 5 arrows. I have 4 zero shots, 1 smoke shot. Arrow bag will allow me to draw 2 arrows. Draw the Shadow Shot card with Phantom's Aid. Shadow Shot, is that the one that freezes someone? Can you cover that back up? Reduces armor by 10. Okay, that just reduces someone's armor. Remember, enemies will have armor, you'll have armor, potentially, making hits more or less effective. And then there are these maneuver cards, and they will flip over. There you go, these are the flips. I think once you play them, it flips to the other side. You play that, it flips back again. There might be cards to do that. This is how you get armor, this is how you gain barrier, which is the shielding that would prevent damage. Pretty simple. We don't start with any rune stones. These are quest items that I have to do at some point, I think. These are special, you know, once per combat items and healing items, weird candles. Faint whenever the creature stuck in Candlemaker gets anywhere near him. Alright. So there's special items in here. We're going to talk to, I think, the Master at Arms, who makes us new cards. And the Blacksmith gives us... Blacksmith gives us new runes and lets us combine runes together to make more powerful versions of them.
She looks at the expanding village with a critical eye.
You did a good job gathering all those pieces together. But we need to do more before they become a real village. We need to join them, but I've yet to find the right thread.
We can unlock new options for the seamstress if we pay money. Get a random passive skill. Oh, we can change character creator. That's right, you create a character at the beginning, and all of those characters you can choose from are just like different outfits that you're wearing. These are permanent things. It's a weird stone game. Weird stone's the currency? That's just wealth. Is this weird stones? I don't know. That might not be bad. You can get a new passive skill for 100. I might talk to her later. Well, these are abilities, upgrades. Talk to her. Do you have any idea how to help with a certain knight? This is for the quest in the flesh.
You explain the situation of the sizable knight.
Unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to help you with this problem.
Alright. I don't remember any of the quests in this game. They will pop up at random.
Good to see you. Need a candle or two?
I buy any candles. It's cost 50 to buy another candle. I don't know if I'll need another one. Increases the healing power of milestones, damages. Healing all NPCs in the map would be pretty nice, but maps aren't too big. Let's just get a new card.
You're back already. Go.
Deck management. We can get a new card from 4 available ones. I think this is the best option. But here's what we can pick from Acid Shop. Deal 1 hit for 50% damage, reduces the target's armor by 30 until the end of combat. Pretty useful. Multi-shot enemies. Uses all arrows and spirit arrows in my hand. It's good to, you know, clear the field, and if we wanted to flip it, minus 50% damage and for 100% damage. Power, gain 50% damage for 2 turns. Multi-shot on enemies for 100% damage, and then exile, so that means remove it for this combat. I assume. I would like exile to pop up. I don't know. I like returning shot though, because it deals 0 and it comes back into your hand, returns 3. Like it returns for 3 turns. This is just going to be great for stacking up the damage, continuously shooting. There are enemies that will be unwise to use with. Gotta get the weird candle on right away. You can see our burn level down there. It does not change as time goes by, it changes as we move distances. And you can see sort of a little bit on the minimap where enemy encounters will be. This game looks gorgeous for what it is. Soundtrack, as you can hear pumping in the background, is great. It's going to become stronger with every hit. It's going to do 6 to 8 damage every time I shoot him. This is a bad character for me to fight up against. Doesn't have any armor though. I have 15 armor. I gain barrier equal to that. And armor and gain barrier equal to 100% of your armor. Let's do that. Reduces armor even further, so we do more damage. We should have opened up with that, but that's fine. All barriers last only 1 turn. If you start a turn with negative armor, gain barrier equal to 50% of the armor. Now these are my passives up here. I'm able to block this completely. That's fine. Kill him in 1 turn. Lowers. You can see we're filling a meter down here. We use that meter as a super attack, where we'll fire a ton of arrows with the help of our phantom, or we can use that meter using this, and this is the charges it takes. You know, this is our energy per turn, which we usually have 3 of, and this is the charges from our special. So we're not going to use that if we can avoid it. Okay, yeah, so this increases energy cost each time we use it. So to keep that in mind, we got wealth and we got blood. Some consecrated oil. And some intestines. This could be used for a quest item. I think there are ogres who might want it. Maybe wolves. Bolus shot. Deal 1 hit for 25% damage and stun the enemy. A stun is always nice to have. In fact, I do have a stun. It increases enemy armor, though. Deal 3 hits for 75% damage to random enemies. That might be interesting. I like getting a stun. I have 1. Let's try Blind Fury. Oh, getting more armor reduction is going to make us, since we do multi-hits so much, let's get Acid Shot. And we get a new passive skill. I think we get one every 2 levels, if I remember correctly. Whenever maneuver deals at least 1 hit, gain 3 ultimate charges. I don't have any maneuvers right now that deal hits, to my knowledge. I might, the first turn of combat, gain 75 armor. Each hit has a 10% chance of dealing 50% more damage. Now, since we hit so often, critical hits can be useful. And we get our first rune stone. So we can place this, and we can unlock this further, I think, in town to open these up. And you can also combine these together to make more powerful versions, or find rarer ones out in the wild, or buy them. So, in the weapon slot, it increases our damage by 5% this turn, each card played. Or it increases our armor. Let's put it in our weapon slot, because we're going to be shooting so often. Now, that was the first little battle. There's another easy battle down. You can also just walk using WASD. But let's go this way. We gain tallow as we move along. Now, I don't like to enter into a fight with an enemy this low of a weird with a candle level. So we'll just Click that again and run right in. So this guy's special. The enemy will deliver more hits each turn unless it's stunned. So he'll build up over time. That's important to remember. So I think what we should do first is realize I don't have... I'll use this. Yeah, there we go. I did not have a block, so that was very useful. We have an escape from combat item, that's going to be useful, and stack up some more intestines. And now we also have the same rune, but we can put it in our armor slot now and get 10 armor. Be useful for minimizing the effects the enemy is going to do to us. And it's going to be useful for, this is the final boss of this stage. He's quite strong against someone who stuns him rapidly. But he also hits like hell, so... There's an NPC behind this enemy. You can see her back there. Alright. I think this thing's gonna explode. This thing won't do anything until he is dead. And since I have such a high level of candle, I get special good cards. So I can stun the enemies. I only got to stun one of them. He's immune to stun. Alright. I want to kill him before he explodes. Not going to attack yet. You don't need to do anything. You can draw 2 arrows, most likely they're going to be 0 cost. Might do that, yeah. He's dead. He's woken up, but he's stunned. So, shouldn't have to worry about him for one more turn. Phantom Aid immediately. Lower his armor. Perfect. Alright, level 4, more human... Oh, a human liver this time. We have a new card to pick from. So let us charge our ultimate, and our ultimate can be really powerful. What's the second one? Discard all cards, gain 2 ultimate charges. Alright, remember these cycle through. Each time you use one, it flips to the other. Multi-shot enemies for plus 75, multi-shot enemies, random enemies for 100. Duplicate the next card played. Duplicate the next card played, next hit deals 25% damage. Duplicate the next card played, next hit deals 100% damage. These are kind of expensive. That says 3 as well. Let's get infinite training. I can skip these too. You know, I might just have to crap up the deck. Increase damage by 2. I might just increase all my damage by 2. And here you have the Mysterious Witch.
Okay, what if we're also echoes of a powerful desire? And is there any desire stronger than the urge to live? What if we found a yearning even stronger than that? What would it do to the weirdness around us? What could it be that you think you need? I have to warn you that nothing is free here.
Yeah, she takes blood. We'll move up to 5 cards. Get a random stat boost would be nice. Is this max health or just... No, okay. There's just health, which I can heal. I get a weird candle, which I wouldn't mind getting. But also... Yeah, I just want to grow stronger. And look, I get 20% more health. There's an enemy here, but I think we can take it. If I remember correctly, the wisps, you can't injure them right away. Enemy will get every hit under a certain threshold of damage. You can also deliver a certain amount of hits. Get a temporarily get rid of this buff. So if I hit him enough, I can hit him, but he won't take damage otherwise. He'll heal allies. He'll be able to hit more often. He intends to buff everyone. I want to kill him first. Alright, he's dead. They're just going to be barrier spells, that's fine. So I have 6 charges. Deal 6 hits for 6 to 9 random enemies. That's some pretty good damage, but we can save that up. In fact, we might save it up for him. So he's going to do some damage to us. I don't think he's immune to stun. Let's double check on that. Strong aura. Look at that. An arrow out. Phantom Aid out. So when we use that stun, we brought his armor up pretty high. So we have to keep that in mind. He's just going to buff himself, so that's not a big deal. Let's see what this will do. So up our damage for the next 3 turns. Alright, he's buffed again. Let's acid shot him. There we go. No hits yet, which is nice. New health potion and some liver. Every 3 turns you deal maximum damage. Every 3 turns all enemies deal minimum damage. That's interesting, but we'll just keep it down. Armed Wanderer.
So, what did you learn today?
Get some advanced cards from him. Offer 10 armor this turn. This then turns into offer 10 armor, offer 10 armor, gain 75 armor, and then exile. That's interesting. Let's build up. Plan A, discard all cards. Next turn, draw 0 arrows, 1 per discarded card. So this would be useful to use at the end of a turn if you have some leftover cards. Discard all cards. Next turn, draw 0 maneuvers. Okay, it switches between maneuvers and... I think this will be very interesting. Alright, let's figure out where we're going to go. Now, on this map, we can get more weird candles. There's usually some standing stones that offer us more candles. I think that's the little boy character. I still have a high burn level. Okay, I still haven't entering it, so that's useful. This enemy will redirect all the damage I do to him to himself. It's fine. Use everyone's armor. That would be very useful. And let's gain barrier. That'll be good for now. He's gonna get stronger and stronger. It's actually quite annoying. So I can use all of my arrows this turn. And I stunned him. Which is excellent. And can I kill him this turn? Yeah, there we go. This is why I like the Sentinel. More healing and more liver. Excellent. We lose 1 energy, but we do 1 hit for 400% damage. Gain 100% damage this turn, gain 200% damage next turn. Hidden potential. Gain 1 energy, lose 50 armor. That becomes a dead card when someone loses 50 armor. This gives me free energy. Honestly, Upshot's not terrible. I'm going to skip these. So I have a new passive skill. Increase the minimum damage you deal by 3, which would be great. Drawing additional arrows increases your armor by 5 this turn. That's great if I use any quivers. Using the ultimate ability increases your armor by 30 this turn. Let's get more damage. Correct tier. In the first turn of combat, increase your damage by 50. In the first turn of combat, gain 75 armor. Don't necessarily need that. We'll just keep that for now. There's an enemy up here somewhere. Nope. Let's upgrade the burn level. And we have 4 candles left. Have to remember that. Alright. He'll deliver more hits unless stunned. He will attack everyone, and he will spawn totems to buff allies. So, stun him. Phantom's Aid. I kind of want to get rid of the guy that's going to buff people. And I can now get a barrier just to protect myself. Plan A, discard all cards. Gain 200% damage. Game's a little easy on the base difficulty. That's fine. I like easy sometimes. This will allow us to reduce enemies' damage by 50% for 2 turns. That would be useful. Reduce armor by all enemies by 10, or increase my max HP by 30. Not a bad idea. And there's a special blood altar.
These crystals were already here when the first men landed on the island. You can still sense a glimpse of faint power in this place. A power that calls for your blood.
I get 20 max HP for 27 of my health. This will give me money. Or I can get 2 I'm gonna get the candles. Alright, that just cost me 9 health. That's fine. I have not taken any damage from an enemy. But the more weird candles you have, the more exploring can be done. There's a shop here as well. Alright, they're not going to do anything until one of them is dead. We'll get a barrier up. Get shadow shot just to reduce someone's armor. I don't want to do anything else. Want to faint. Want to discard all the cards. There we go. Look at those arrows. So I should be able to lower his armor. He's up. Stun him, or I can just block, which is fine. Still get some shots off as well. The Sentinel does get an ability of lowering armor with each hit, and that's very much what I'd like to do. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. Nod foot. Another duplicate. Be able to combine those soon. And we have the fortune seller.
Good day, stranger. Are you in need of some guidance?
Battle item to give me energy or health. Get a free weird candle with health. I think this has killed me in the past. I don't want any of her stuff. Another NPC over here. But I want to fight whatever this thing is. And I think this is a little quest right here. Okay, it's these jerks again. I have a feint, so I should be fine. Give me more maneuvers. Keep lowering his armor. Oh, 0. If stun him. You should only have 10 armor from that, that's fine. This will just give me a bunch of arrows next turn. Take all those. Okay, here's our first rare runestone. Gain how much damage this turn for every inflicted stun. I mean, I do inflict stuns a lot, but a lot of the stuns I inflict are ones that up the armor of the enemy, so I don't know if that's necessarily the best thing.
As you approach the tree, it seems to shift and move. You draw closer, and suddenly you realize why the tree appears to be moving. Dozens of rotting bodies dangle and sway in the breeze. It looks like a strange dance with their necks nodding along in their nooses. You climb the tree and manage to sever one of the ropes. A corpse falls to the ground with an unpleasant squelch. Braving the search, you find something interesting in one of his pockets.
We got a sharpening stone, another combat item. Necessarily what I need, that's fine. That's the big boss there, you can see him. We want to avoid his zone of control. Another NPC here. I do want to kill him before he explodes, but I think it seems like I'm going to have to kill this guy first. Not kill him. 16 to 18. It's not going to be enough. There we are. All right. One turn until he does something. All right. Phantom Zato. There we go. Level 6. Got some meat. We can adjust the combat items, unlock more slots to use in combat as well. I'm not. Place redirect effect on a chosen enemy this turn. Okay, so I can make enemies attack each other. Deal 0 hits for 100% damage. This might be interesting because it's based on the amount of arrows in hand. I like the idea of playing a little sneaky. Slot stun a random enemy after playing 15 cards. I mean, I do play a lot of cards. Take them all for now. We can merge these guys together. And now we have a cracked stand. I might as well put that in, because that just means everyone has less armor now. Oh, it's a scientist. She's in town.
Again. Unfortunately, I.
So I do not. Oh, that would give me a permanent damage boost if I had more wealth. More armor. Okay, so I don't have enough wealth. That's fine. Did I miss out on an NPC? Yeah, I did. It's the little boy.
Sometimes I think the stones might be magical. See these markings? I don't know what they are, but when they glow, they look so pretty.
Alright, I got a free runestone from him. He has a quest that I've not been able to do yet. Someone is his mother. They had to give him up. Where's the lore? There it is. First hit in a turn has, 10% lifesteal. Ooh, okay. That's a good one. Glad I found him. Alright. Now, there's some more engagements on the other side, but I think we can probably fight the boss. Maybe do one more fight. We'll just go around to the zone of control. So if we enter that circle, we'll immediately battle with him. There's the Pied Piper there. I'm strong with each hit. She'll build random enemies. Alright, why don't we kill her first then? This does a huge amount of damage. We kill her. Yeah, there we go. So we have 2 energy left. I think we're going to easily be able to block whatever he hits with us. Acid shot. Normal shot. Some livers, that's fine. And cracked gar. 2 more of those, that's fine. Need a man and not in agreement with his gesture, knowing his insanity won't let him see his children for what they truly are, monsters twisted by the weirdness. Can you teach me any other song? So I have the flutes right now that reduce damage. So that's, he gave me those, and if I want to, I can exchange them anytime I meet him. This guy, I've not found little weird stone. So enemy can add useless cards to your deck. Well, I want him dead first, then. Doesn't look like he's going to, but I want him dead first. Alright. Kill him. Block in play. I kind of want to flip this, though. I think I'm going to. I want the arrows when I fight the, redirecting his attack would do nothing, right? He hits everyone. AoE effect. No point in redirecting his attack. Duplicate every 13th card played. Increase the number of combat slots. Combat slots? These I'm just gonna take everything.
The investment is
Marketplace.
going to be worth it, I promise.
Yes, you have to keep investing with this man.
How much would you like?
I don't know what happens when it's done, but this is another random thing that will just kill you or help you. I don't want that, though. God, is this the weird stone? Where's this stone? Here it is. Milestone. You can use it to clear the area around a weirdness. Or you can just receive a candle. I'd rather just get the candle. And this might be a treasure boss over here. So they're bound to him. If I kill them, they'll resurrect and attack him. They're gonna try to debuff me. They'll try to attack me. %200 damage. Alright. They're both on my side now. I want to use random enemies. I'm going to focus on him. They shouldn't. Alright, he's almost dead. Can I kill him? Oh, okay. Ooh, and they're gonna do a massive hit to me, so good thing I've got a nice amount of blocks. There we go. That was a somewhat close one. We should get a really large amount of treasure from this pile.
You found what was protected by this beast when you filled your pockets up to the brim with gold. 3 ethereal chests materialize in front of you. Bringing your hand towards one of them causes the others to shimmer and blur.
We can get another weapon slot from rune stones. I actually want that. More armor would be nice, but now that we can go into rune stones, we have an additional weapon slot, which means stun a random enemy after playing 15 cards. Played every 13th card played. I think that's going to be worth it. Now it's time to fight the boss. I don't think there are any more enemies on the field. 2 paths up there, there's the town. As I said, it's not that big of a place. Just go in with our full weirdness going on. Now, you can see how much more powerful the boss is. He'll spawn new enemies after being stunned, so every time you stun him, he will bring in some little rock guys to fight. Stun will permanently reduce its armor, or also lose some armor every few turns. Every turn increases its damage, and he'll occasionally put cards into my deck that can stun. So he'll give me stuns for him, because he wants me to do that. I want to lower his armor as quickly as possible, though. I have a feint, so that's good. This will reduce the cost of 2 random cards by 2 if I do not play anything this turn, so that's what I want. 1 feint. No sense in redirecting anything, and I don't want to use any arrows in the meantime. Okay, yeah, see, he's getting much more serious. So I can stun him right now. I might want to, because I've done enough damage to actually make him summon something. Make me lose 25 armor. I do not have that much armor. See the jump in difficulty. So we're looking at anywhere between 20 and 30 damage. He's stunned, so I have to worry about that. Reduce damage. I can heal. Increase my damage. Or reduce an enemy's damage by 50% for 2 turns. I'm going to save the reduced damage things. I'm going to take this hit, and then I'm going to heal up afterwards. Alright. I want to heal. I can stun him again if I wanted to, but I'm against that. Hit barrier. Hit barrier. I don't think this is going to be enough. Should have saved one of those for this. I can stun him if I needed to, which I think I'm going to do. Yeah, he can summon more. Alright, that was powerful. Lower a bit more. Focus on him. Focus on him. Seize the opportunity. We're facing, he's awakened, that's fine. I get a feint. I can afford it. Get him. Feint. I want to save this until I get 15 out of 15. I might be able to block it if they both do, if he does minimum and he does maximum. Alright. I have a stun in hand. Redirect his attack. 2 more hits and he'll attack someone else. Keep lowering his armor. Get my shield up. Reduce everyone's armor by 25. Look at how much I've reduced it. And then okay. I can stun these guys. I'm gonna stun the ones with the highest armor. So I might be able to block both of these. He redirected everything to himself, so he just got destroyed. Alright, boss dead. And we've leveled up. We get 4 weird candles from that. Remember, we can buy more in town. We started off with 7, I think, originally. Draw 2 arrow cards and gain 25% damage this turn. Weird coated arrows. Or standoff. Draw 2 arrows and gain 50 barrier. So these are both nice. Both very nice. Quiver's alright, but I think another piercing shot at 0. Multi-shot before using an ultimate ability. It uses all my arrows. Each hit has a 5% chance to deal even better. Each hit has a 55% chance to deal 100% more damage. So more crit. Drawing additional arrows grants you 5% damage this turn. I mean, 5% chance already with crit hit. Yeah. And we have another one of this.
This feels like an echo of something that happened before. Like then, you're left with the sensation of a strange power growing within you.
I can take a special passive, I can remove a card from my deck, or I can take the Weirdstone Heart. And I think the Heart is how you get to the final battle, the real final battle. But let's just take a special passive for now. Every 10th card played in one combat increases your damage by 10% until the end of combat. I do play a fair number of cards because they're so inexpensive energy-wise. There are 2 more cards in the first turn. After killing an enemy, heal yourself for 2. No. And so, portal us right back to the village. All right, that's the first round. There's 2 more sort of paths before the finale. And there's a real final boss. If I wanted to do that. It's a whole imp or fae that wants you to fight the real master or work for the real master. There's a lot of thought to this game. And, you know, it's just such a nice aesthetic and such a nice soundtrack and mood, ambiance. It's really, really clever with what they managed to do with like a little roguelike. Even if some of the models are a little simplistic and some of the designs are, it's pretty good overall. There's also a costume shop, as I thought there was. There is somewhere. But you can talk to any of these people in town. They all have little quests, or I've done quests for them to get them here. Anyways, you know, there's a little one-shot I wanted to do to show you the origins of the Tainted Grail. I've been No More Worlds. Thank you so much for joining me, and bye for now.